Skin the Hardaway 17. Back in the peace. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if you could, do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. This is an informational tea, y'all. We about to get to the bottom of exactly what's going on with the most updated Conor Benn in the PED, WBC, BBBofC situation. You know what I mean? I got this article right here that we about to break down. This article is about Conor Benn suing the BBBC, you know what I mean, for mishandling his his PED use accusation. You know what I mean? So we gonna break down exactly what the fuck going on. You know what I mean? Conor Benn has been speaking out a lot lately, and he still got, you know, the suspension situation going on and whatnot. It's a lot to unfold, right? So I say I'm gonna wake up this morning, I'm gonna unfold this Conor Benn situation, and then we go get into the weekend recap. You know what I mean? About the fights last night. For whatever reason, my thing I already went yellow, man. YouTube on some hating crap, but it's all good. We gonna make it do what it do. Cause I don't got nothing but time today. NBA game started earlier today at 11. We got college basketball at 11. We got Jake Paul, Tommy Fury card starting at 11. You know what I mean? Bobby Jack fight Makabu also. You know what I mean? Their card started around 11. So we got some good boxing. You know, we got some things to look forward to this Sunday morning. Again, y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all jab that thumbs up for your boy. I'm about to pull this article up in a second. Then we go get right on to it. First, let me say what's up to the people in the building. Dog said Clement is not in the UK animals. This is Mexico. Him and the WBC are scammers. If it is eggs, I'll sue the government myself for contaminated food, especially if they knew that they would recall them eggs so fast. Shout out my guy Dog 215. Appreciate you sliding through. What's good, D-Man? Shout out my guy D-Man. Glad you can make it, D-Man. Y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. My boy Just Do. What's good, Just Do? Appreciate you sliding through. DP Rock was good. DP Rock. I got 5 of y'all in the building. Not really sure how many likes I got yet. I'm about to get that pulled up. I'm a little unprepared. You know what I mean? But we go get prepared. I know it's other people live. I know it's other people live right now. I know y'all ain't you know, necessarily gonna be posted, but as y'all slide through, if y'all could hit that like button for your boy. I'm gonna be here though. I'm gonna be here. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Until we get to the bottom of this. My junk not already went yellow. I'm convinced somebody saw my junk, reported it, and then went back to do that shit. What's good, Miss Joette? Appreciate you sliding through this time, Miss Joette. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it, Queen. If you could hit that thumbs up for your boy, Miss Joette, we about to have us a Conor Benn situation. We about to break down exactly what the heck is going on with your boy Conor Benn and the whole steroid situation and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? New news, right? Conor Benn is suing the BBBofC. You know what I mean? The British Board Boxing Committee, basically, right? He's suing them for unfairly suspending him in the mix of the unfairly suspending him, right, in the mix of the PED situation. He said they mishandled it, right? They jumped the gun before, you know, it was time. Is basically what Conor Benn is saying. But yo, I got 11 people in the building now. Can I get all 11 of y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy? Yeah, whether you're here for a good time or a long time, you just passing through. I know some of y'all got stuff to do. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. This is the intro part. What's good, Jay Miller? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jay Miller. I'm about to twist up, and we about to get it going. Y'all help keep the lights with the views this morning. I know it's bright and early Sunday morning. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through for Sunday on this Sunday morning. We about to get into the article. I'm about to roll up, and we gonna make this shit do what it do. Y'all help keep the lights with the views. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all help keep the lights with the views. Y'all hit that thumbs up. You know what I mean? For your boy. I'm getting to the article. I'm getting to this article right now. What's good, DP? Miss Joe up there. What's good, Miss Joe? I got Jay Miller. I got Duke. Let me put Miss Joe up there. There you go, Miss Joe. We about to get to it, though. We about to get to it. I'm going to these bookmarks. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the first story that dropped. Conor Benn is reportedly set to sue the BBBofC for an expected $3.5 million in damages over the handling of their situation with his positive drug test. The claim Benn is seeking his Chris Eubanks Jr. purse and possibly also reputational damages. So basically what this says is, Benn is suing for the purse that he missed with Chris Eubanks, and he's also suing for damages. And he's also suing for damages. What's good, Tay? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Tay. Glad you can make it, Queen. Glad you make a shout out my guy Yoda Wise. What's good? TWT in the building. I see the fam. In the building. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Help keep the lights with the views. I know it's bright and early. Y'all go be in and out. But as y'all pass through, if y'all could, just hit that like button. Greatly help. Get your boy in that algo. Get your boy spinning. You know what I mean? On this YouTube, right? But we finna get into it. Looking for that full story. Yep, here you go. The full story of Conor Benn. He's gearing up to sue the BBBofC about his failed drug test. We about to break it down. Let's get to the fun part, man. We about to get to the fun part. Conor Benn on his PED situation. Conor Benn says, "I've always been innocent." Conor Benn maintains that he is not guilty of taking any furious drug He is not guilty of drug taking, as the furious fighter prepares to sue the British boxing chiefs for his $3.5 million in damages after being cleared of doping offense by the WBC. So the WBC cleared Conor Benn of his drug failed, his test failing, right? WBC cleared him of that, right? So now Conor Benn is about to sue the British board committee for the damages and making him lose the Chris Eubanks Jr. fight because the WBC did a 3-month investigation, a 2-month investigation, and they wasn't able to find anything, right? So WBC cleared Conor Benn, and Conor Benn, the team Conor Benn is feeling like that's enough. That's enough. That's a big enough leg for them to stand on to be able to take it into court, right? Well, if this person, if the WBC cleared me, then why couldn't the BBBC clear me? And y'all made me miss a fight. You know what I mean? And y'all made me miss a fight that would have made me $5 million. So now I want y'all to pay me that $5 million. What's good? Come back too bad. Appreciate y'all sliding through. Yo, I got 14 people in the building. I need everybody in here to hit that thumbs up. I know sometimes we come in too fast. We forget to hit that thing. But try to do your boy a favor. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we cooking. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Y'all help keep the lights with the views. Y'all mash that thumbs up. Y'all help keep the lights with the views. Y'all mash that thumbs up. Y'all mash that thumbs up for your boy. But so basically what Conor Benn is saying right now, because the WBC cleared him, then like he said in the beginning, he was never guilty. So now he's seeking a little payback, right? A little reparations for the fight that he missed. But y'all give your boy a second to twist this thing up. So basically Conor Benn is trying to strike back, and I'll tell y'all something. If Conor Benn wins this case, right? If Conor Benn wins this case, that egg story sound extremely ridiculous, right? But if the WBC cleared him, right, and then he take them people to court, and they feel like that he was unfairly punished as well, in a sense, that right there would mean Conor Benn technically never cheated. Cool, what's good, my boy? That boy don't fuck with me no more, man. What's good, Court? Shout out my boy Court 901. You saw them Council Ryan fight last night, Court? You know, Ryan Spain from Westwood, Danny Friend. I know you know Danny Barlow, our young nigga, but Ryan Spain, one of the Rampage other little homies, they canceled his fight last night on UFC, bro, from the M. And Jaleel Willis won his last fight on Bellator, from the M. Shout out my nigga Court CDW 901. Them Jake Paul fight tonight, damn fool. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. But yeah, you gotta pull up on nigga Court. You gotta slide on nigga Court. I feel like I ain't seen your way in about. I haven't seen your way in about 3 months. About 3 months. But hey, yeah, I digress. But right, so Conor Benn is preparing to take the British Boxing Committee to court. And I tell y'all this, right? I'm not saying that Conor Benn is innocent at all, but right when this news broke, the British Boxing Board Committee, they didn't make a decision. They didn't not yet, Tay. They fight tonight. It's actually like today. The prelims gonna start about at noon. The prelim, I bet, Court. Bet. The prelim started about noon. You know what I mean? The prelim started about noon. So Tay actually not gonna be tonight, it's gonna be today. You know what I mean? It's gonna be today. Jake Paul will be fighting about 4 p.m. You know what I mean? Jake Paul will be fighting about 4 p.m. 4 or 3, something like that. You know what I mean? But the Jake Paul fight is today. We gonna be calling. I'm gonna be here calling it. I'm gonna call it. I got you. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to see what the numbers do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm calling it. As soon as I end this, I'm starting the Jake Paul stream. As soon as I end this, I'm starting the Jake Paul. I told you I'm back on my shit, man. I'm back on my shit. I'm seeing my numbers, man. I got to get my numbers back. I've been back on my shit the last 2 days, and my numbers back up. You get what I mean? So I'm gonna keep this shit going. You know, I'll be walking around. I'll be around this motherfucker looking crazy. Gonna be around this motherfucker eating air. Everybody gonna be looking crazy. Well, I'm back though. But hey, yeah. They're ready for a Sunday fight. Yeah, true. But it's a Jake Paul fight, you know what I mean? What is conventional about Jake Paul? You know, what is conventional about that guy? Right? All right, I'm ready. But all right, so Conor Benn is he's taking a stand against the British Boxing Committee, right? For a wrongful punishment. Originally, right, like I was saying earlier, originally when Conor Benn, you know, when this news broke, when Water broke the news, said, "Did you watch Floyd yesterday?" No, I didn't. I didn't watch Floyd yesterday. What Floyd do yesterday? Yeah, because I'm getting 5 stick fix. Hopefully I get back on time for Jones versus the game. Right. Now I didn't see Floyd yesterday. Cool. What Floyd do yesterday? But like I was saying earlier, right, Conor Benn, when this news first broke about Conor Benn testing positive for the steroids, right, the British Boxing Committee, they didn't make a decision. They was actually planning on putting the fight on still, because Water is the people that said Conor Benn failed the drug test, right? But UCAD are the people that was actually doing the actual testing for Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks. So UCAD, Conor Benn never failed the UCAD test. He failed VADA test. And VADA is Vegas, right? They weren't using the Vegas test. They were using UCAD, right? So directly, indirectly, they really had, you know, him failing that test didn't have anything to do with that fight over there in the UK. What the British Board Committee did was they made a move based off public perception, right? The public perception was bad for Conor Benn at that time. And instead of dealing with the backlash of letting that fight continue and having to answer those questions, they said, we just go scrap the fight, you know, as a whole. We just go scrap the fight as a whole to avoid a backlash, and we'll reschedule it, right? What Conor Benn is suing for now is saying that they moved too fast, right? They moved too fast in the act of cutting his fight, and his fight was wrongfully cut, and he's innocent the whole time, right? So now Conor Benn is gearing up to sue the BBC because he's saying that he's been innocent the whole time. Now I'm about to go straight to this article, and we go get into it, so y'all don't got to take my word for it. He said he had another exhibition in London. This man still can fight today if he wanted to. Now, I had no clue Floyd had a fight yesterday. I had no clue. Floyd might be getting ready to try and come back. You know what I mean? Right? But I digress. Yo, I got 14 people in the building. Can I get all 14 of y'all to hit that thumbs up for your boy? If you haven't ready here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you. But let's get into it, right? Y'all give me a second. I digress. My bad, I digress. I had to wet my whistle. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into the actual article. See exactly what Conor Benn had to say. Conor Benn is suing the BBC for wrongful punishment over his PED testing. My guy Dog said the O2 was empty at Floyd's fight. Dog, I can't believe it because I had no clue that Floyd Mayweather had a fight. Did y'all even know Floyd had a fight? He said John had an exhibition too. Floyd reflexed still there. T. Jahan. Who's Jahan? Jahan. The Floyd still there. T. Man, I had no clue. You know what I mean? That shit went extremely under the radar. Or you know what I mean? Like extremely under the radar. All right, so let's go and get into it. Let me go and get into it. I know what y'all here for. Right? So speaking exclusively to the mailbag on Sunday, Benn revealed that the battle to prove his innocence of drug taking has killed him emotionally since his fight with Chris Eubanks Jr. was called off. Benn is angry with the British Boxing Board of Control for not giving him the opportunity to clear his name after traces of a banned substance appeared in his sample as a part of a voluntary testing program. He believes our fighters have been getting such an opportunity when they failed a UK anti-doping test, a UCAD test. I've always been innocent, and the board have known about this for ages, except they chose to call the show off 2 days before it was due to take place, said Benn. It's just strange to me that VADA, the voluntary anti-doping organization that employed myself for this fight, they've, the BBBofC, taking notice of our fighters who have failed the board's own testing agency. So, damn it, man. So what Conor Benn is saying right there is that he failed the VADA test. Conor Benn basically said what I said, right? He said it's strange. Basically, he said it's strange. I failed the VADA test, right? He said, but the British Board of Commission, you know, have taken their lighter on fighters who failed their own test. You know what I mean? Basically, what he's saying is the British Board of Commission have let people fight who failed their test, not a VADA test. Conor Benn saying the VADA test wasn't even our test. Our test was the UCAD test in which I failed. He said, so why the British Board of Control, you know, stopped my fight when I didn't even fail a UCAD test? I failed a VADA test, and y'all didn't let people, you know, fight. And y'all didn't let people, you know, fight failing UCAD tests before. So why did they scrap my fight? Which, and I ain't saying that, you know, Conor Benn is, you know, right for taking the banned substance, right? But what he's saying is the substance that he took, it ain't banned over there. And people over there have failed a UCAD test before, and y'all still let them fight. Example, Dylan White. Dylan White failed the UCAD test and was still able to fight. So Conor Benn got a point, you know what I mean, in saying that he actually do got a point. You know what I mean? This also, Conor Benn also said, it's just baffling to me. I don't know if there is an agenda there or if they're out to get me because my dad ripped up the British his British boxing license on TV. But basically, being saying it's baffling to him how his fight got suspended, but they let other guys, fail actual UCAD testing and continue to fight, and he failed a VADA test. Being son of the former 2 worldweight champion Nigel Benn, wonder if there was an agenda working against him on the part of the board. The WBC concluded last week that a highly elevated consumption of eggs was a reasonable explanation for a trace of samples chlorphormine that showed up in 2 of Benn's VADA samples. Having consulted an expert nutritionist, the WBC said in a statement, it was found there was no conclusive evidence that Mr. Benn engaged in intentional or knowing ingestion of chlorophene. Chlorophene, a fertility drug that is administered to laying hens, has been found to elevate testosterone levels in men and is on the list of the World Anti-Doping Agency's banned substance. UK anti-doping, which is UCAD. I'm cooking 5 eggs right now. Cap, what's good, B-Dog? What's good? UK anti-doping in the British Board of Boxing Control also said to be continuing an investigation the issue, but Benn, whose fight with Eubank Jr. was called off as a result of the test, is ready to hit back with legal action. Benn's camp said the unbeaten 26-year-old was taking a significant amount of egg white powdered supplements to bulk up ahead of the catchweight bout with Chris Eubank Jr. They also have highlighted that a minuscule amount of the substance was found in his urine. WADA, whose rules govern UCAD's work, have no lower threshold for the amount of chlorophene per minute in the system. However, the news has established that there is a minimum detection threshold for WADA accredited laboratories. They must be able to detect the drug and its metabolites at a level of at least 20 nanograms per milliliter. A laboratory can decide and set the threshold for an adverse analytical finding. Below that figure, if its instruments and methodology are sensitive enough to detect weaker concentrations. So basically what they're saying is there ain't no low-end number on the shit. There ain't no low-end number on the stuff that Conor Benn got found in his system. You know what I mean? So what they saying is they don't have necessarily they said he had high levels, right, of this thing found in the system, but what they saying is there ain't no cutoff point for what he had in his system. Like, it's in the legal point. Like, what is the acceptable level is what Conor Benn them is asking. Like, what's the acceptable level for it? Because there is no lower end threshold for, the levels that he could have. It said being passed tests carried out by UCAD, the official testing authority for the Eubank Jr. fight, which was scheduled to take place in the O2 in London, October 10th. So what this says is Conor Benn passed the UCAD test for the Chris Eubank Jr. fight. He failed the VADA test. The VADA test wasn't the test that they were using to take the fight. Now, if you want Southern T, you already knew this because we had this conversation months ago. Remember, I was telling y'all, you know what I mean? This saying that the UCAD test, the actual testing for his fight, he didn't fail that drug test. He failed an outside drug test that they, tested it too. Like when you test your urine, your pee and shit, it go to more than one laboratory. You only get accredited by one laboratory. For them, that one laboratory who was over their fight was UCAD. They said he was good. He didn't find nothing. Another drug test called in was like, hey, we found something in Conor Benn pee. You know what I mean? But the one that was governing Conor Benn's fight, he passed that test because the substance that he took isn't banned on the UCAD list, it's banned on the VADA list. You know what I mean? So that's what this is basically saying in a nutshell. It said being past the test carried out by UCAD, the official testing authority for the Eubank Jr. fight. I digress. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether here for a good time or a long time, let YouTube know that we live. Ben was due 50% of the share of a reported $7 million purse, which has special interest among British fans because their fathers fought each other for world titles in the 90s. Ben, a welterweight, agreed to fight Eubank Jr., middleweight at a catchweight, 157, 10 pounds heavier than the welterweight limit and 3 pounds below the middleweight limit. Ben reportedly insisted of his innocence until the WBC published its verdict. Having considered a 270-page document from his legal team arguing his case, Ben welcomed their decision and is now seeking damages from the BBBofC that are expected to cover his postponed purse and potentially a fee for reputational damages. Ben declined to comment on the legal case, but admitted the emotions the emotional toll of the past 5 months. This Conor Benn talking. It's killed me, definitely, he said. It's like people have been waiting for something. People have been waiting for this. There are people who know me, know my team, and they know what I represent. It's all just crazy. It said the BBofC recognizes UCAD as its anti-doping agency regulator, but the fighters can volunteer for an additional test with VADA. So basically, Ben dumbass did this, right? So basically, this what Ben did. So his test was UCAD. He took the UCAD test and passed it, and he volunteered for the VADA test. I'm guessing because Chris Eubanks Jr., said, we gonna do voluntary VADA, right? But VADA wasn't the people that was over their fight. UCAD was, so they volunteered for the VADA test. You know what I mean? But the stuff that he was taking wasn't banned by UCAD. It was banned by VADA, right? He said everybody knew about the VADA results at the same time, including the BBofC. Hearn said last week, at the point Chris Eubank Jr. had that right to terminate the fight. However, it is ultimately up to the British Board of Boxing and Control to sanction the fight. So Conor Benn is suing the British Board of Control because he said that they sanctioned the fight that they wasn't supposed to. He said that they desanctioned the fight that they wasn't supposed to desanction. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying that Conor Benn gonna win this jump, right? But by the rules, by the rules, y'all. By what was really going on, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, right? Their doping agency was UCAD. Conor Benn passed the UCAD test, right? It was a voluntary test that they took that Conor Benn failed, which had nothing to do with UCAD, which is what they was fighting under. What Conor Benn is saying that everybody knew that he failed the VADA test a week prior. Even Chris Eubank knew that he failed the VADA test a week prior. He said that the BBofC knew that he failed their VADA test a week prior, and they let it go on. And then he said they waited till 2 days before and they canceled the fight. You know what I mean? So that's what Conor Benn is suing for, right? And if all that is true, man, I think Conor Benn he might get an argument. He said you can't use VADA to catch the other fighters, not their own. They let their own slide. And Conor Benn said earlier, right, in this same interview, he said crazy that they did that to me, right? And in the UK, let fighters fight under the UK rules, and they failed UK test. You know what I mean? He said it's crazy that UK banned my fight when UK didn't let fighters fight and they failed UK testing before. You know what I mean? From what Conor Benn is saying, man, he may have a legit argument, right? What people, I ain't gonna say struggling with, right? Struggling the wrong word, right? But really what it is, right? Conor Benn failed. If Conor Benn was fighting in America, he would have been a drug cheat. You know what I mean? But because he was fighting in the UK, he wasn't a drug cheat because that stuff that he was taking is legal in the UK. You know what I mean? So we saying that Conor Benn is a cheater and a PED user, right? But for the fight, the stuff that he was taking is legal where he at. They all can do that. They all probably do that. He got caught by an American body, right? If he was in America, it's illegal over here. He couldn't come over here and fight. He couldn't come over here and fight. He couldn't come over here and fight Errol Spence and take that stuff he was taking. You know what I mean? But this stuff he was taking was perfectly legal where he was at for UCAD in the Chris Eubank Jr. fight. It was perfectly legal. You know what I mean? The backlash is where it got, people acting crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, B-Dog. He volunteered, right? He volunteered for that one, but it was just that, right, B-Dog? It was a voluntary test. It wasn't the official testing, right, B-Dog? Okay, B-Dog. They say like we all got our license and shit, right? We all driving shit, right? You go take your driver test, right? You pass the official test, right? And you get your license, you take the picture, right? Right? You got that junk. And let's say you go back a week later and you take a pre-test, right? It ain't for your license, you know what I mean? And you fail it. They're not gonna take your license because you failed, you know what I mean, a voluntary pre-test. You know what I mean? Because you passed the official one. You passed the official one, you good for 10 years or some shit like that, and 8 years or whatever until you got to go back and renew. You're really good forever. You never got to take the test again, right? The driver's test, right? You pass, you never got to. It's a while after a while, I think you do a certain amount of years, something like that. You know what I mean? But you passed the official test. Conor Benn passed the test for his fight, and then he failed a voluntary jump because a drug that he was taking was illegal, in America, but not in the UK. Conor Benn fights in the UK. He's a UK fighter, right? Just like our fighters fight in America. Our fighters not over here trying to abide by the UK rules. You know what I mean? Conor Benn is not in the UK trying to abide by the American rules. You know what I mean? And I know it sounds like I'm still defending Conor Benn, right? But it's just the fact, you know what I mean? And I ain't saying that he go win this case, but with what Conor Benn just said, bro, he do got a case. Point A being that UCAD didn't let fighters fight and they failed. UCAD didn't let fighters fight and they failed UCAD testing before. That was his first point. The second point was that I passed the actual UCAD testing for me and Chris Eubank Jr. fight. So why did y'all block the fight? You know what I mean? So one, y'all got a history of letting people, continue fights after they fail tests anyway. Y'all even got a history of letting people continue fights after they fail your test, and I passed your test, right? And your test was the official test, right? So what Conor Benn is saying, why did y'all stop the fight? And he said the other strike was y'all knew about this a week ago. Chris Eubank Jr. knew about it a week ago. Y'all knew about it a week ago. So why did you wait 2 days before the fight, before you desanctioned the fight? He said the loophole is that UK does not recognize violence so their fighters can fight on. If Eubank pop, there'll be no debates. And my guy Dog fight is actually from the UK, y'all. I know it sounds like we defending this dude up here. Y'all know I like Conor, right? So I know it sounds like I'm defending him, but the fact is, bro, like I was saying, he didn't cheat where he was at. You know what I mean? I'm not over here in America worried about UK rules. You know what I mean? I'm not. If jaywalking legal, if it's legal in Memphis and it's illegal in New York, I can jaywalk in Memphis, but I can't do it in New York. So I'm not gonna go to jail because I can jaywalk in Memphis. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Don't got nothing to do with New York. You know what I mean? What Conor Benn was doing was legal where he was at. You know what I mean? That's like somebody, a nigga from California smoking weed in Cali, smoking weed in Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I mean? You can't necessarily smoke weed walking up the street in Memphis. You can smoke weed walking up the street in Cali. It's the same, pretty much the same shit. You know what I mean? But on the if he was fighting in America, he most definitely would have. You know what I mean? Been banned. Right, DOG. Right. And that's what Conor Benn was saying. He was like, y'all let people do this before, so why y'all stop my fight? And what I was saying from the jump, man, I was like, bro, they got scared, bro. Like, that shit was too big. That's the day I found out niggas did know Conor Benn, though. Because at first I thought Conor Benn don't really have fans, right? I was a Conor Benn fan. Like, Conor Benn don't really have fans, but I didn't think people really knew who Conor Benn was. Once he popped dirty for that Chris Eubank shit, that's when I knew. Motherfuckers know who Conor Benn is. You know what I mean? I think it was the backlash from what the fuck was going on. It was so many people that hopped on, oh, Conor Benn and cheat. They finna let the fight go on. What you mean you got to decide? It ain't nothing to decide. He cheated. Now, like, again, they let Dylan White go. They let Billy Joe go. You know what I mean? They let a few people go ahead and fight, but not to this level. Conor Benn is probably the biggest name that failed a VADA test. You know what I mean? Billy Joe, we know him, but he's not a big name. You know what I mean? Dylan White, damn sure, not a big name. You know what I mean? The biggest name before this one might have been Tyson Fury with the Klitschko thing, but he failed after his test, right? He won before type deal. But the biggest name before probably was Billy Joe and Dylan White. Conor Benn is the biggest name to fail before. It was, I think he got too big. It was us. I was saying, I was making jokes and shit back then when we got caught. I was like, bro, the only reason they stopped the fight is because it was us in America that was being nosy. We made it a big deal. That shit went worldwide. Conor Benn failing that test went worldwide, niggas in America. All the boxing diehards in America knew about it, and all the fucking people in the UK knew. Everybody in the UK knew about it because all of them fuck with boxing. Like, the Benn name, one of the biggest names over, him and his daddy type deal. They all knew about it. And all the hardcores knew about it. Everybody was talking about it. The BBBofC, they felt that pressure. That's why they made their move on Conor Benn so fast. Like, that's why Conor Benn was like, damn, y'all didn't even let the due process. That's the word I'm rolling up on it. That's the word I'm looking for. Due process. They didn't allow Conor Benn his due process. You know what I mean? And actually, it wasn't even a due process because he failed. He failed the VADA. He passed UK. He from the UK, United Kingdom. He's a UK fighter. He's from London. You know what I mean? He passed his test. Why would y'all stop the fight in London? You know what I mean? They kind of succumbed to the pressure. I think that was Conor Benn saying. He was like, bro, y'all had no reason to stop. Y'all didn't allow him to do process. And again, I ain't saying he gonna win this case, but the boy damn sure do got to argue. Is it they let their own cheat? Y'all just not seeing it. Yeah, public opinion swayed it. That's why they hustled up. Yeah, Conor Benn was too big of a name, I'm thinking. He's being popular because of his father's fight with Eubank Sr. Yep, the Benn name. Type shit, the Benn name. So you couldn't just sweep that junk under the rug like you just sweep Billy Joe under the rug. You just sweep Dylan White under the rug. You couldn't just sweep that Conor Benn junk under the rug like that. You know what I mean? But I think the boy got a case, you know what I mean? I think the boy got a case from reading the article, you know what I mean, what they got presented. I think he got a shot. I think he got a damn good shot, you know, true enough type deal. I think the boy got a shot to come about it. I really didn't think they was gonna stop the fight. And y'all was here. I was saying the same things that shit I'm saying now and that Conor Benn was saying. You know what I mean? I was saying the same thing that they were saying. I was like, bro, don't you? I was like, he didn't fail you, cat. I'm like, how the hell? Why would you stop the fight? Because I was saying, man, they're gonna let that fight go on. Oh, but they did to Dylan White, and then they ended up stopping the. I couldn't believe that shit. You know what I mean? He said, don't you know this Max Room can do no wrong? I know what's going on. What you talking about, DLG? What you talking about, DLG? But yeah, Conor Benn getting ready to what's good, Shay Girl? Let me say what's up to everybody, but my bad. What's good, Shay Girl? My man B Dog, Just Duke, D Man Jr., my boy Court. Okay, I got Tay. I think I got y'all from there. Combat 2 bag, my boy Yoda Wise. Yeah, okay. Shout out my guy Combat 2 bag with the super stick. I just seen that jump Combat. I can't see it on I can't see it on the stream, y'all, but I see it on the phone. Shout out my guy Combat 2 bag for that super sticker. Appreciate that, my boy Combat. My bad, fool. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, but y'all already know. I know what's going on. They check be clear. You know what I mean? They check be clear. But Conor Benn also said, right, he said that he don't want to fight Chris Eubank Jr. no more. He said he don't want Liam Smith sloppy seconds. He said he don't want Liam Smith sloppy seconds. So he not interested in fighting Chris Eubank Jr. no more. But he got Liam Smith is actually about to fight Liam Smith got a title fight or like a mandatory to a title fight or something like that. At 160, Liam Smith about to fight Janibek. Liam Smith about to fight Janibek. Liam Smith about to fight Janibek for the WBO title. That's what Liam Smith about to do. So he ain't going back. He ain't doubling back on that Chris Eubank jump. He said none of the other fighters get banned. Never swift, always a million excuses first. Yeah, facts, dog. I know, what I was saying. Billy Joe didn't. Dylan White didn't. Tyson Fury didn't. Tyson Fury took an absence to leave on his own. You know what I mean? He just went away on his own. He had a what they call a retroactive suspension, right? He had a retroactive from his last fight. He just took out 2 years and he came back. That's how they suspend him without, it being a public uproar. You know what I mean? Type deal. But yeah, Tyson Fury, Dylan White, what's the other boy name? And I just said Billy Joe Saunders. All of them did the same thing and they let him fight. And then the funny part is Conor Benn didn't even fail. Conor Benn didn't even fail, you know what I mean, the UCAD test. Conor Benn failed the Vada jump type deal. But he's suing them for $3.5 million. That's the purse that he supposed to made in the Chris Eubank Jr. fight. He said Ben can't plant roots in America like Fury did. Dog, Fury ain't really, honestly, he ain't really planting no roots in America. Like he really can't do too much in America outside of him and Deontay Wilder, which is why he back to fight. You know what I mean? Overseas. Fury is literally known, for that Deontay Wilder thing. Like whenever you say Tyson Fury over here, like they go mention Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? He ain't really playing roots here. Like he don't really got fans here, right? People literally just know him as a dude that beat Wilder. You know what I mean? Literally. Yeah, dog. It's like he got the win. It's like he got the win, but that was all that he got, pretty much. You know what I mean? That was pretty much all he got. You know what I mean? Was the win. Like the way they thought that, if he beat Deontay, right, he become, the face of boxing. He'll be seen as the best boxer. He the guy that beat, that stopped the monster and all that type deal. But so much had to happen, for that man to get past Wilder, like in the first fight. You know what I mean? The long count, the draw, you know what I mean? The whole suspicion about the second fight, you know what I mean? And then the third fight, another long count, you know what I mean? Type deal. The whole, it was so murky, it was so messy, it didn't really hold the weight that it should have, right? Like Tyson Fury being the guy that beat Deontay Wilder, that didn't hold the weight that it really should have. Like he should have way more cachet. You know what I mean? He should have way more cachet for beating that dude. If Deontay Wilder, had to be Tyson Fury, it pretty much would have been, the same. Wilder still would have been the top dude, but the story would have been the same. Wilder still, ain't fought nobody right, and he knock out Bones. Everybody would have been saying, oh, he got Tyson Fury from out the crack house. He was retired and all that shit in the 4 You know what I mean? Tyson Fury got the win right, but he ain't like all he got was the win. Like the other stuff that they thought was coming with it, he ain't really get it. You know what I mean? But I tell you this though, I thought Conor Benn would be the UK fighter that made the transition. Actually, dog, like I thought Conor Benn would be the one. I thought he had a shot to, right, for a few reasons. I thought Conor Benn would be the one, right, that'll do it for a few reasons. No, the main reason being because, right, he got the name already. His daddy, right, he got the Benn name. The second reason was right before he got caught, right before the testing and all that shit, the steroid testing, the news came out. He was just getting in his groove, so he was knocking motherfuckers out, right? He was finding his groove, he was finding his weight, type deal. So I thought he was like right at the spot, and I thought that Chris Eubank Jr. Some people didn't like the fight, right? But man, you saw what Liam Smith did to Chris Eubank Jr. Man, that's exactly what Conor Benn was gonna do to him. Chris Eubank Jr. was gonna come out there thinking that he all just so much better than these people. He out there boxing like he out there boxing like he can't be touched and shit. He think he run Jones and shit like that. You know what I mean? He out there looking pretty, posing and shit like that. And then Liam Smith sparked him today. That's exactly what Conor Benn was gonna do to him. You know what I mean? He was gonna spark his ass. And once that man would have sparked, you know what I mean, Chris Eubank being the middleweight, I think that was gonna send Conor Benn through the goddamn roof. You know what I mean? Somebody leaked that vital result. My guy Dog said it earlier, like somebody leaked that vital result. Somebody out here did not want that Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. fight to happen. Somebody leaked that damn result somewhere. You know what I mean? Because Vada really wasn't even supposed to put that out. They said, nah, he's too arrogant. Look how he came at Spence. Yeah. He most definitely arrogant, but I like a fighter that, that call out fighters and then actually fight him. Like the thing with Conor Benn, I don't think he calling out Earl Spence, you know what I mean, for a clout chase. I think if Earl Spence actually, sent him a contract, he'll fight him. I think he'll fight him. I really do. I'd rather a fighter be arrogant. I think Jerome Boost is arrogant, right? But that's part of the game. It come with it. Now I think Rolly Romero's stupid. You know what I mean? Because you at 35. But I ain't mad at him being arrogant. I think that's part of what make him him. You know what I mean? He's like, they're trying to kill him. Pay back for you back and you did to his father. Yeah. Yeah. A beefy about to fight Janabek. Beefy about to fight Janabek. WBO called that mandatory quick. As soon as Chris Eubank Jr. activated his rematch clause, WBO called that mandatory quick. Dude, what's good, Panda? Dude, what good, Pimpin'? Yeah, dog. Like, you know what I mean? But Conor Benn got I ain't gonna lie, man. I think Conor Benn got a little point when it comes to this case, man. I think he got some legs to stand on. You know what I mean? Now it's gonna be interesting to see exactly what come from this. Like he ain't necessarily wrong And what he's saying, like, okay, I can point out, times where y'all did this before, right? And I can point out times where people actually failed the official testing and y'all still let them fight, right? And y'all was well aware of this a week ago. So why y'all wait until 2 days before the fight to, call the fight off? He said, I want to sue for my purse and I want to sue for reputational damages. Because his reputation most definitely was ruined. His reputation most definitely is ruined. You know what I mean? But my thing is, right, he's just one crook out crooking his business partner, right? Is one crook out crooking his business crook. One crook out crooking another crook. Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. And I think this, okay, so look, my thing is, right, if Conor Benn win this case, right, does that mean Conor Benn not a drug cheat? Because I really believe, right, if people understood exactly like what happened, I don't think we'll be calling him, a drug cheat necessarily, right? Because where he was at is just what they do. You know what I mean? I think the problem is that chlorphormine is also on the water ban substance list, so that might give BBBofC a leg to stand on. He's a drug cheat. Yeah.
T, what's good, bro? Like I ain't been
Dude.
over here at the shop in a while. I got to come holler at my bro foot, man.
Yeah,
What's
man.
good, man?
We're on this thing, just chopping up about my boy Ben. You really trying to see is he a drug cheat or is he not? You know what I mean?
Conor Benn?
Yeah. A drug cheat. Cause it get murky, man. It really do.
It do. I just feel like for me, like, cause we really be trying to have this conversation without like making it look like we trying to, shit on them, right? But it's the process of it. Like they say, they gave my opportunity. They say, hey, man, you got opportunity where you could prove it. You know what I'm saying? That you ain't did nothing wrong. And then he dropped the license. That to me is first things first. That's the first sign right there to me that, because notice what he said to EJ. I'm not raising my hand for shit I didn't do. But like one of the family mentioned, when you relinquish that license, that's like raising your hand for something you did. You get what I'm saying? When you like, y'all could have that. Because to me, they would have had to pry them license up out my hands. You get what I'm saying? There's no way I would have relinquished my license unless I had no other way and I had to. You know what I'm saying? When you volunteer, like you relinquish, you give them up. It's almost like you gave in. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do that and then, y'all come back these months later with some.
He crumbled. He crumbled to put the perception too a little bit right there.
Right.
Yeah, everybody panics. I think. It's gonna be interesting though, man, because
right.
He got a point, and he said it's banned on the water list, but shit, they was using they was using UCAT, and he passed the UCAT test. And what I'm saying, and he was like, shit, they knew about it a week early. Like they knew about it a week before everybody did. You know what I mean? They knew about it a week ago. So why would they wait until 2 days? I think they told. This is what I think happened, bro. They told the BBC them, and they didn't give a fuck. So somebody leaked that news. I think somebody did not want Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. to fight.
I just don't like. I don't like how he carrying it. Like he almost making it seem like it's people fault and they picking on him. That I don't like. I don't like the victim. Pardon me. I don't like the victim mentality that he carrying it. They got it out for me, and then you taking pictures with your middle finger in the air and stuff like that. It's a bit weird. I hate to see grown men taking pictures like that. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Sticking your finger up, because I'd be like, yo, who you mad at? Who the hell you mad at? About 30, but Conor ain't 30 yet, right? About 30, you definitely got to stop sticking your fingers up in videos, bro.
126, I think.
His ass bogus. You don't know who you mad at. You for melting the cup, or us for having an opinion on you melting the cup? That's what make me mad. It's like, you know what I mean? Educate the people. If we so off base and we don't know what we talking about, cool, fill us in. Because I don't got all the answers, but I would like to, know what went on. You know what I mean? Same thing with Rivera. You tweeting Spence, you mad at him for having an opinion. Why you ain't tweeting out in the guy that gave you the faulty vitamins? This is my thing. I'm like, yo, y'all be mad at the wrong people, yo. You talking about your father coming over here and beating our champions. You ain't do it. You ain't came your ass over the pond and beat nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chris Algieri don't count. Spence did that already, bro. I don't know if you was watching.
Algieri from over there.
Huh. Right.
Algieri from over there.
And right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like that Algieri when you feel like you did something. Spence did that already. He did it first, bro.
I wanted to see the boy. I wish he just don't, because he could fight. He could fight in America.
Right.
We just don't come over here. You know what I mean? Fight him. I want to see him in the ring. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see what he look like post. You know what I mean?
Right. And I told you, I've been saying this. He's in a weird situation. You need to focus on that, because just think about this. You come back and look too good. What they gonna say? You get what I'm saying? You come back and you look bad. What they gonna say? So you like damned if you do, damned if you don't, to a certain degree. Because if you look too explosive, people won't say, "Look, man, he's still." And then if you look a drop off, it look anything less than what you've been, you know what I mean? They're gonna blame the steroids or PEDs. DS salute, bro. Feel like I ain't come over here and kick it for a minute. I had to make sure. You know what I mean? Come have at my boy early this morning.
The angle that Conor them is using, right? That he never failed the UCAD test. That's the angle he used. Like, I jump with UCAD. He like, I passed the UCAD test.
The more resistance he put up, oddly enough, depending on what angle he going with it, the more it's gonna look like you got something going on.
If the only way this don't look extremely bad is if he win the case. If he get ready to sue him, right, and then the BBBofC be like, I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? They just pay. You know what I mean? He'll look. If he win the jump or they fold,
right,
then I think he is kind of absolved. You know what I mean? Type deal. If he was fighting like if he was fighting in Vegas, he would have failed the official test. But because he was fighting in the UK, he ain't failed his official test. He failed the American test. You know what I mean? Like that's like me being worried about a UK crime and I'm over here. I don't give a damn what's going on over there. That's what Conor's saying. Like, bro, that ain't had nothing to do with me.
I think that's where the confusion coming in. The rules is different over there, and that's where I stay within the rules. So I definitely understand him, because I'm not one of the guys. I don't want to shit on you. I don't want to go in on you. I genuinely was rooting for you. That's where most of my frustration come in at. And then when you just treat it like, I made a comment basically saying like the boxing world got it out for him. No, they don't, yo. Don't do that. No, they don't. Boy, it was rocking with you and everything. I know I was, for sure. We was picking you to win. You get what I'm saying? I thought Chris Eubank was taking the situation too lightly.
He took Lil Smith too lightly, too.
Yeah, he ain't take them damn punches lightly. Them dude, boy sent his ass, man. I said that's that weight. To me, I've seen that dude take bigger shots from bigger punchers and still was there. when you start playing with your weight, this is when you see a guy getting dropped, knocked all over the places, and start looking bad. That's where he was at with it. You know what I'm saying? He looked bad. And again, the weight cut, like when he was standing there flexing with the weight cut, he's still in the sauna. You use the sauna to cut weight. It's a chance you might need to go up the weight class. You don't belong down there. To me. Case of Void, what's going on, Damon, man? Skywalker, what's good, bro? Jake, what's good? Shower the Queen. How you feeling, Shower? Let me get up and have a boxing conversation.
Just to fill y'all in real quick, Conor Benn is reportedly, he getting ready to sue the BBofC for mishandling his PED use situation, right? What Conor Benn, the angle Conor Benn is coming with is that UCAD knew about this a week earlier. Why they wait until 2 days before the fight? He said that they previously let fighters fight that failed UCAD testing. He didn't even fail UCAD testing, so why he come fight? And he said that what was the other thing that he said? That Negro said that they let people slide with this before they actually fail UCAD. And Negroes, hold on, let me go back to that. But basically, Conor Benn trying to clear his name up. You know what I mean? Type deal. But basically, for example, like they let Dylan White fight when he failed. Dylan White failed a UCAD test, and they let him fight. Right? Billy Joe failed a VADA test, but he was fighting under UCAD, and they let Billy Joe fight. You know what I mean? Because a UCAD, Billy Joe technically didn't cheat, but he failed 2 tests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 2 different ones, not the same one. Conor Benn had 2 samples of the same piece pop dirty. 2 different samples of the same piece. Billy Joe failed 2 separate incidents.
Remember when we found out, they were saying they already had one previously. That was bad. It was like once it got here to our public, go run across our desk, and I just ain't a fan of that them unfair advantages, man. You already have them shrinking down to a weight where you not naturally at, and then let alone to be putting anything else extra in your body. You know what I'm saying? That's why when guys all of a sudden go from like, just talking they talk to like everything is a knockout now. Now they just so confident that they can knock everybody out. I always raise my eyebrow just a bit. So I'm like, bro, last time I checked, you ain't nowhere near and looked at as the hardest puncher. You can punch, but you know what I'm saying? Why are you so confident all of a sudden that you just gonna spark every knock somebody's spark out? Like, oh, okay. All right, muscle man.
That boy Show looked like a running back. I was saying that boy like a running back.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Show looking like a running back.
Facts. I'm like, look at this guy. DOG, what's good with it, fam?
Yeah, DOG from the UK. He over there.
Okay. Word. Salute to the UK. Salute to the UK, man.
Yeah.
That was not deliberate, no fluid around the brain weight cut. It was set up.
Yeah, I really didn't think they were gonna stop the fight though. Like no cap. I really did not think they were gonna stop that job. Because see, they always let people fight. Don't give a fuck about them failing VADA tests. As long as they pass they make the two get them through there. Like Dog said, they do that voluntary VADA to catch the American fighters, to try to catch them sleeping. Like, look, he cheating. He think he's gonna come over here, use our rules. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they do that for the American fighters. You know what I mean? They normally don't give a fuck about their jumps. They let them ride. Like I thought they'll let Conor.
That's why they allow them to put other stuff in their body.
Yeah, that's just how they, it ain't cheating over there.
Yeah, sorry. They
he doing it to try to save face. But on his side of the pond, we don't play that shit. Yeah.
Right.
I think Ben trying to save face over here, tell you the truth. Because over there, you know what I mean? He passed they jump. I think he trying to, because he it's us the one that's on this. I think that's why the British border control stopped the fight, because we found out about it. Like that shit was everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Everybody was talking about this shit, bro.
Right.
I said, like,
it's like
I think they were like,
it hit the right desk. It came across the right people that actually gonna say something. And then
they was like, nah, we can't let this junk continue. This ain't Billy Joe. This ain't Dylan White. They was like, nah, this shit everywhere.
Right. Then it's the sons of two of the biggest fighters over there. It would look crazy if they allowed it, but Eddie Hearn was still. I don't see any reason why this fight should be stopped. Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Of course not. Because you ain't taking not one solitary punch. That's why you feel like that.
That's what hey, dog. I said that, bro. Hey, dog. As soon as that news got out, I said, hey, bro, somebody leaked
Good
that
point.
news. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the daddy, bro, because he didn't want. I was like, somebody did not want that fight to happen, bro, because that news normally did not get out.
Remember what he kept saying?
Fighters losing vital. I mean,
I'm not losing another son.
Billy Joe's second failed test got out because he didn't want to fight. He was about to fight somebody. He didn't want to fight him. They were gonna beat his ass, and he used the drug cheat to get out of the fight. Just like Ustadagi, remember? He been to beat his ass twice, bro. Drugs. He have a third fight go through. He used the drugs to get out the fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Billy Joe about to fight somebody, and he popped dirt on purpose. The first time, he was trying to get through that.
Look how they say he supposed to be coming back against Billy Joe.
He said, I grew up in Philly. I ain't blind about UK boys. Yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah, though, but yeah, them folks like that's crazy. They couldn't let Ben fight go because he was too big of a name. That fight was too big of a fight.
The shit surrounding it, like it would have been a bad look if you would have let one of the dudes go in there with an unfair advantage.
But it ain't an unfair advantage over there, dude. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the crazy part. So
that's what Ben said. Ben said, you can't. I passed out test. Why y'all stop the fight? The fight went over there in America. Why did y'all stop the fight? That what Ben said.
Somebody did some convincing in a higher place. I mean, daddy.
They said, nigga, this shit over there in America. Everybody talking about this shit.
Brown no boxing. Salute, Brown. Only thing that tried to save face. Sorry, palm. Yeah, right. Okay.
Supporting the drug scene people come from someone that won't support American fighters. Right. Right.
Yeah. Nah, that just called me off guard. Damn, sure ain't expect him to pop hop.
Man, what? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all in here. We was rooting for him. We always rooting for the dude. That's the part that make me mad. We don't root for you once we found out that it's foul play. It's hard to root for a person now.
Just like Bud with the dreads. I was rooting for Conor Benn with the dreads, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, top. When he was getting dropped and shit.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, man.
Dropped this shit, man.
Before the body transformation. I swear that shit look different, man.
Yeah.
Almost like a part-time bodybuilder.
Dude, I used to always say, bro, that man looking like a running back. Like,
I'm telling you, right? He built like one once he started, packing on that muscle. Straight up running back.
UK has always been light on how they test their fighters' facts. I don't care where the fight is. You pop dirty, you are PED cheap. Yep. Yeah.
Right. The banned substances, man, is something different, man.
But not banned in his
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get you.
Dude, like, I be saying it's an extremely light, but I use jaywalking, bro. Like, you in Jersey, right? Let's just say jaywalking legal there and it's illegal in Memphis. You walking outside the lines in Jersey don't got shit to do with Memphis, dude. You know what I mean?
That's why
you'll go there. You'll get a citation if you was here, right? You're not getting no citation in Jersey for jaywalking. You know, like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a citation in Memphis if I jaywalk. Let me get in line. You know what I mean? Because then, like, I'm not getting no citation in the UK. What I'm getting in line for?
That's why they all got to be on the same page, like these, as far as testing. Like, if it's banned here, it should be banned there. If it's banned over there, it should be banned here. Like, whatever they got going on, that's not a banned substance that they could take that on both sides. Like, we got a bunch of shit that's banned, they got shit. They need to put that together, and all that shit need to be, you get what I'm saying? So they don't have no excuse for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because other than that, there is validity into what he's saying. Like, far as what he concerned, he stayed within the rules. That's like he didn't color outside the lines. You know what I mean? He might have been on the edge, but he still colored inside the lines. That's where he coming from. You know what I mean? That's why I don't, you know, when we talk about it, I don't want to make it sound like we ain't slandering them. We just trying to make sense out of it, bro. Was you cheating or what?
He cheated.
But over there, obviously not.
If he was fighting fucking Speedy Rashidi, right? The nigga would have cheated. You know what I mean? He would have cheated.
Right.
Because you can't do it. You gotta stop doing this shit to fight Speedy over here. Right. You gotta stop doing that shit. What you doing? You gotta stop. But he was fighting Eubank, which is one of homegrown that was fighting at their house. Right. My thing is, why would your dumb ass accept the voluntary test? You should have said no and just deal with the backlash of not taking it. He like, I took UCAD. He could have just did on the fact, bro. I took UCAD, bro. I took it. I paid what you talking about. Fuck, I'm taking another. I don't like needles, bro. I stuck one needle, I don't want to stick up. Or whatever. Why? Well, matter of fact, you should have just did UCAD and said no fucking violence. Like whatever. Who? Because Eubank probably did that. Like they just should not get the violence. You know what I mean? That's the bad look because you failed the voluntary test. You know what I mean? That wasn't even the official test. You failed the voluntary test. You volunteered to get your ass busted.
That's just it's crazy, man. That's crazy. That cheating, man. I ain't a fan of it. I can't rock with it, support it. It frustrates me, man, because people really be getting took out, you know, in this sport. And you out here, like any event, it just make me feel crazy. Like, bro, you out here playing. You out here playing with people's lives, man. And then the lack of accountability, too, sometimes. That's
basically what VADA is. Olympic style, Georgia. That's basically what VADA. That's what we do in America, the top 15. Do what they do in America. Earl Spence said the top 10 should be. Earl Spence said the top 10 should be randomly drug tested all year long.
Yeah, I'm with him. Ain't no all this cheating shit, man. Just need to stop, man. Unfair advantages.
J-Rock said 75% of boxers use steroids.
And that number is alarming. That's an alarming number. You know, Wilder has spoken that shit without saying a bunch of names. He said it too, and I just don't feel like these fighters are coming out of nowhere saying that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some shit that they know or, you know, got some knowledge of, but that's scary, yo. Could you imagine Wilder taking steroids? Like, come on, bro. You're already an anomaly. You're already a cheat code. Like, at that point, any unfair advantage, and he punching people like so hard, they light flashing before their eyes before they get woke up. That's not a guy you need with an unfair advantage. He gonna smoke something for real. For real. Gonna be bad too. Wilder different, man. That PED shit, man. It's frustrating, man. The underhanded tricks, the people with gloves and loaded glove, all that stuff, man. That's disgusting for the sport.
And then the fact that Conor Benn literally always in the jail, that nigga be in the jail flexing.
You know, I'm telling you, posting his body though now, T. Similar to like who does that? Bodybuilders.
Bodybuilders.
I want you to keep seeing every single muscle. Why are you promoting muscles when they don't win fights? That don't even mean you in the best of shape. That mean you cut up. You still could not be in the best of shape, all them damn muscles, bro. Why I care about no muscles?
That's what I'm saying. Got to now.
Mr. Olympia looking ass.
He gotta come across here and fight.
TD, I said that should be his punishment, bro. That should be his punishment.
he ain't got no license over there. He finna sue him. He going through it, so he over here now. Like he got it. It got to be
come
somewhere.
get that smoke.
Maybe it could be Saudi Arabia. They let anybody fight anything over there, right? Y'all got 20 people in the building. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Conor Benn suing the British Board of Control. Win this thing, chopping it up, right? I'm playing a little devil advocate. I do sometimes when they get bored around. You know, these boxing times, y'all know I do these sometimes. I don't mind doing it. But I think Conor Benn got him a case. You know what I mean? I don't know if he gonna win this joint, right? It's gonna be who got more money, right? Or who got more power. Do the people that being fucked with, you know, got more power than the people that bring both boxers. So fuck it. You know what I mean? But I do think he got a with the history of the UK, right? He got a chance because they done worse shit than this before, right? Yeah. On top of him saying that they knew about it a week earlier, you know what I mean? On top of him, the official testing being UCAD test, which he passed. The test he failed was a voluntary test, you know, through somebody else, through VADA, voluntary anti-doping agency. Vegas, you know, Vegas use VADA. Most people, you know, use water, but some people, a lot of times people use their own, you know what I mean, testing fees like New York, Texas, I think Minnesota got one now. But you know, people could use their own individual, you know what I mean, drug testing as well. But they took to use the UCAD testing. Being in Eubank, and he passed the UCAD and he failed the voluntary jump. You know what I mean? Type deal. So he trying to sue them based off that, and he's suing them based off the fact that they let motherfuckers, you know, fight before and they failed tests. Type shit, which they did, which they do all the time.
That shit disgusting, bro.
Like Valdez failed the VADA test and
got a gift decision. Was allowed to still fight, get a gift,
failed
keep
the
his
VADA
belt.
test, then got a gift.
And you know they gave him a statue too, right? They gave Oscar Valdez a statue. You can't make this stuff up, yo. After cheating, after getting caught up. Then when you do the research, like I was saying, that tea, the stuff that he was saying was in the tea, there's no tea on the market with that in it. Why is he lying? Straight P had multiple different things in it. Bro, that's crazy.
WBC rankings. Conor Benn gonna fuck around and be WBC champion, bro. When they done go vacant.
The way Mauricio Suleiman moving.
Trying to tell you. Related to stand on the contractual agreed to VADA testing validated as a drug effect. Yeah. He agreed to VADA as a voluntary test, as a secondary judge, not the official though, Brown. So yeah, he failed. Okay, let's just, I don't know how many stipulations they got, right? Let's just say that UCAD testing got 30 stipulations. VADA may have 45, right? He failed one of the VADA judges. You know what I mean? That's right. But his jump was UCAD with the 30. He failed one of the 45 jumps that VADA got. You know what I mean? He failed one of them jumps. The problem is UCAD does not recognize VADA, aka you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a VADA. That's why I'm trying to say. I keep telling this to my people. I know, like, this nigga a pretty trip. That's why I'm trying to tell. That's why I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, they don't give a fuck about that. They normally would let the fight go on. They normally would let the fight go on. But I think because it blew up so big, they got scared. They was like, oh shit, people actually was about to watch this shit. They're like, nah, we can't. They're like, nah, this. I think the fight was too big for what happened. Yeah, right. He agreed to the UCAD. He agreed to UCAD, and VADA just a test. Like I don't get why they have an official test and take another one anyway. You know what I mean, or send it to another one anyway. You know what I mean? Since Suleiman compared Valdez had to be drinking 3 Red Bull, yeah, that was some bullshit. Man, we know Valdez. We know that was some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, B-Dog, that's wild. Wow. Suleiman crazy for that.
But he actually failed a VADA test, bro. I have never seen a fighter fail an actual vital judge, bro. Is fight, but that's still the only time that happened, bro.
Because if he had he drunk 3 Red Bulls and took that piss test, I guarantee you that shit wouldn't have been in it. So
How
Suleiman is
do
bogus.
he fight? That's like, how did he fight, bro? He failed his official test. He failed his official test. Valdez did. How the fuck did he fight?
They ain't even give him a slap on the wrist. That's basically like they just swept that smooth under the rug. Like,
He said they won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, Bobalicious.
Yeah,
Bobalicious
First
Aaron.
guy they said it was T, then they said it was Red Bulls. WBC just out here giving it. They is clear. It look, they just out here clearing it.
Yeah, it looked crazy without them like having to do nothing but come up with a weak excuse. It's crazy to me, yo.
So that
I
boy
just
gonna
can't
fight
buy
in
it.
WBC. He gonna fight in New York, in Vegas. Nah, he'll fight WBC. He gonna fight in Vegas on the at Bob headquarters.
Right.
Conor Benn. Yeah, it look bad when you partner with Bob. It look bad when you partner with Bob, man.
So,
I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too long. I'm gonna come back on a little later. The games come on at 11. Jake Paul fight today. Y'all ready to see Jake Paul fight Tommy Fury? He fighting a real boxer. Y'all been asking for that, right?
Yeah, for real. That's why I think I might watch it, bro.
Hey, look.
I should have called it
DB
too.
talking about people being angry and shit all the time, right? Watch how angry people be that he fighting a real boxer. If he needs to fight a real boxer, he fight well. Watch how angry they still be. Watch this shit.
How mad they be once they put him in the rankings if he wins.
Shaw said,
Shaw like, no. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will, Shaw. Yes, you will, Shaw. And you go, because guess what? We go watch it. And you're going to be right here talking to us. So you're going to be listening anyway. You're going to be right here listening. ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus, y'all. Y'all know y'all going to watch it on ESPN Plus. Jake Fancy got ESPN Plus. He fancy.
Word up.
Bet the draw
Badu Jack.
He's a good fighter as far as PEDs. I disagree, but the skill set is there for sure. Yeah, man, I think so. He got it together, man. He got it together. The knockout pound may be a fluke, right? But
right, just chilling. Definitely.
He said being all right. The knockout pound may be a fluke, right? Because they kind of just. I saw he been progressing there, like he been beating people up like the last 7-8 fights. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't just come overnight. Like I saw him kind of, you know what I mean, go from TKOs to straight knocking niggas out. Maybe there was a drug selling it in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But damn, you know what I mean? I really gotta see what he do after, right? If he's suing, right, I want to see what they say, what their case go, how this shit go. Whatever. Maybe they paid the lawyer, the judge the most money or whatever. But I don't know, man. I just want to see like actually what happened, because I seen them let people fight on for work shit. I swear I have. Like I seen them, like, damn, I just knew that. I'm like, but they ain't finna do that. That shit happen all the time. Everybody was thinking about that shit.
I said it. Rayo versus De Los Santos.
Yeah, someone go fuck me up. Remember I said Rayo versus De Los Santos. Rayo
cross that pond, TD.
Rayo go fight Colbert. I think De Los Santos about to fight Williams Zepeda.
DOG say he got put down by a French baker before he started juice. I know what you're talking about too. Legs was littler.
I tell you, Rayo about to fight Chris Colbert on the real, right? But watch this. T told you first, man. De Los Santos versus Williams Zepeda. What? That's the fight. That's the fight, bro. That's the fight.
That is the fight to me. Hell yeah.
Our man was good.
Our man was good with it, fam.
Versus Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda gonna be on Tank Davis card. Why not throw him on there? Or Frank Martin or De Los Santos. Maybe, but that'd be kind of a quick turn. No, December, January, February, March, April. That's right. That's a boom count for him to fight Williams Zepeda. But yeah, De Los Santos or Frank Martin versus Williams Zepeda. They signed Williams Zepeda for a fight on Tank Davis card. So, he fighting somebody juicy. They ain't putting him on there with just no regular degular. You can't put Williams or Pate on there with no regular degular for one. He beat up JoJo. You know what I mean? Type deal. But I think it's gonna be De Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Frank.
Fire was good with it. Fire.
Fizzle, what's good? All right, what's good, Fizzle?
What's going on with you, bro?
We have a little boxing conversation. I have boxing conversation. Yeah. The Conor Benn
get swept under the rug.
The Conor Benn
right, just chilling. That's a fact.
A lot of guys have juice, and for some it gets swept under the rug. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Chilling. Like, I feel like this fight was just too big to ignore. It was just too big. I know for sure they swept in the white shit under the rug. They still ain't found his beat sample.
Fact.
Tyson Fury popped dirty after Klitschko, right? They didn't find it before. He popped dirty after on the second sample, and they just still gave him the win. They ain't take the shit back or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They just still make the steps. He cheated, right? You know what I mean? Vada, the people that found Conor Benn guilty, they fucked up. They got their hand in it because they let Oscar Valdez fight. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is that's what I mean when I be like, Benn he actually got a shot. He got a case. You know what I mean? He got a case because they all done fucked up before. Benn, like, why y'all choosing me? Like, why the fuck y'all just didn't let me fight like y'all let everybody else fight?
Right. And he do got a point though. Shit. They don't let other fights happen.
Like, damn.
Yeah,
he said everybody knew about this a week ago. Basically, like, damn, what y'all? It's the greatest board, like, that shit start to build up though. Like, that shit came out, that shit escalated quick. Shout out to y'all making my head try to think about these dirty people. It's funny because they all dirty. This week could be a day. The boxing has never grilled Canelo like this, rather than fish with Eddie or the States. We hard on Canelo over here, but this is like Canelo-ish, though. What I was saying, bro, this feel like Canelo again. No cap. Bro, this feel like Canelo. Benn feel like the Canelo. You really do. I said the same. I said this feel like Canelo all over again.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And he didn't even get a slap on the wrist. He just got it swept. They said this. But I'm hearing that. I was hearing that he wasn't reinstated because he didn't provide certain documents or something like that.
Yeah, he not reinstated by UCAD. He didn't provide certain documents. But he could fight over here. But he didn't even fail the UCAD test. But yeah, that's what's going on.
His ass need to be
and he could fight over here, right? And then look, dude, he could fight over here because why? It was just a voluntary test that he failed. He ain't failed an official test for VADA either. So he could still fight over here. He ain't suspended over here.
That shit crazy, yo. That's crazy. It's really crazy.
Shit.
The nigga
cheated if he would have cheated if the official was VADA that day. But because the official wasn't VADA that day, he didn't cheat and he can still fight under VADA. But he can't fight in the UK now because they really got scared. Now they got to do something to look like they don't endorse cheaters because this fight so high level, they got to make it look. But Benn got to, like, he like, bro, y'all been with the shit. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't fail y'all test.
Right.
How y'all, you know?
Conor Benn is.
Yeah, the play with Valdez in big situations, he overruled VADA both times because VADA only test. Right. And the difference between them two Shea girls is, right, Valdez official test was VADA tested. Conor Benn official testing was UCAD testing. Valdez failed his official test. Conor Benn passed his official test. Conor Benn failed a VADA test that was secondary. Conor Benn can come over here today and fight under VADA right now. No, because he's not suspended over here. He's suspended in the UK because, of the backlash, I think. You know what I think? I think it's because all of us like, hey, that nigga cheated, fool. And he did. Right? Over here, he would have, but he really didn't.
Right.
But he really didn't because he can come over here today and fight because he's not suspended.
Right.
He said, I think more about the fact that he tried to cover all they lot, bro, and just chilling. That's why you gotta let folks get his ass because nigga, you capped. You said 3 different fucking stories, but you look guilty. Even if you ain't guilty at this point, you panic too. Everybody, all y'all panic, motherfucker. Everybody panic. You look guilty if you ain't guilty. You told 3 different lies, motherfucker. You look guilty if you ain't guilty, my boy. And that's what it is. So I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? I ain't defending. I'm just and he'll cheat. I guess he would he like halfway cheat. Like he would have cheated if it was his official. Like it's hard for me to be like he most definitely used some shit that he can't use in America, right? If he was American, he would, you know what I'm saying? He can't use if he fight, baby. That's why he ain't crossed over here yet. He can't. It's some shit that he using there that he can't use here, right? But technically, officially, he ain't cheated nowhere yet because he passed the UCAD, right? And VADA won his official test, so they'll let him fight today. Which way you go do? Fight somebody over here with Bob Arum.
Right. Cross that pond and get some real smoke.
Probably go fight one of them Bob Arum cats. He'll be Bob Arum, only 154 fighter. How about that?
Right.
Because we know he'll be at 154 because he can't lose the weight no more because he can't take them weight cutters he was using over there. Muscle builders, weight cutters, turn the fat into muscle. Can't use that no more.
Right.
I know he better still look like a motherfucking running back. I know that.
Yeah, he better. Because if not, you already know what the story's going to be.
He's then got motherfuckers thinking prescription drug is them chickens in the first world country shaking their head. After following Ben for so long, I knew he had to come over to the States to be successful or great, but not like right. And that's where we at with it, bro. Like, damn, like this though. Yep. Because I was already trying to push the Conor Benn train right. He fucked it up. He put a stain on it. He put a stain on it, man. That's stain on it. Now you got to scoot it. I got to kick it a little bit here now. I got to just kick that joint over a little bit. Just scoot it with my foot a little bit. And just scoot that joint over with my foot. Yo, that's what I got to do. See, I can't even push the train no more because now he got the smudge on there. And I can't be telling everybody, I can't be saying, hey, bro, officially, anybody trying to hurt officially, he ain't cheat. You know what I mean? First of all, you're dumb even accepting Nevada, knowing you doing some shit over there, right? You slow because you know what you doing over there is legal, but why would you do that? That don't make sense. You know what I mean?
No.
Type that was the first dumb move. Then you have to explain, and then you lied. You told 3 different lies. You should have just said, bro, that shit legal over here, bro. I passed my test. It was that simple. It's like niggas be trying to be so smart. Y'all really don't need a legal team sometimes. Y'all don't. Sometimes y'all just need a couple months that y'all grew up with to be like, bro, just tell them the fucking truth. Nigga. That shit legal. You passed your test in the UK. If he had said that enough times, people would have maybe started to listen to him. You know what I mean? If he said that enough times,
yeah,
I passed the UK test. I failed it. You know, I fight in the UK. He had said that enough times. Motherfuckers was. I think it'll start to register. But because you said I took some pills. I took some fertility pills.
Yeah.
Shit. I ate eggs. You know what I mean? You know, some shit. I was trying to have a family or some shit. So what the fuck was going on with y'all at? You should just say about that shit was legal, bro. Over here.
Right.
Which what he kind of said, but he said a bunch of bullshit around it. What's good, undercard?
Undercard and boxing was good, bro.
Conor Benn suing the the British Board of Boxing Control for wrongful punishment and handling of his PED situation. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling like, right, if this is only a British thing, I think he might win. If this is just a British thing, because he passed the UK test. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna say y'all passed him, but he dirty. Y'all go. This gonna be the only time that VADA testing go matter, go supersede UK. On top of UK letting Valdez fight, and he failed the VADA test. You know what I mean? So
right,
and that's what Conor Benn them said, and them was their words. You know what I mean? So sound like they got their shit together. You know what I mean? Sound like they got their shit together. But
got some receipts on their ass.
Right. Right. And they literally said the same thing I was saying, like when this shit first happened. Literally, they were saying the same shit I said. We found out y'all was over this. But now that's just common sense shit though. Like it's common sense shit. Like really, that's how it is. People be paying.
Right.
Sometimes you got to because they got the degrees and they know the people and shit. But bro, a lot of this shit is common sense, bro. Like damn. You know what I mean? It's really just public perception. Kind of bit like public. That shit matter. The perception matter. It does. The perception matters, man. He said Eddie Hearn is the mastermind of all this. Beware of his protege. Is in Texas right now. AJ. Yeah. Eddie Hearn gonna pay them. Gonna pay them people. He gonna sign them papers. He said most fighters are trained to eat whatever, then reverting to hydroxy cut up on creatine cut with hydroxy cut, but ain't nobody talking about that. Man, you sound like Trap when you said that, just chill. I swear I felt Trap. What good Trap? Trap somewhere. Trap. I swear that was a Trap joint. That sounded like exactly like somebody named Trap would say. That soon it's 11. But yeah, y'all, now I run about 8 more minutes. I go 148. You know, I like round numbers. But yeah, I ain't trying to defend kind of game, right? But and it really like I have a hard time. Really, I have a hard time with being like just crucifying the man because I really know like what's going on. You know what I mean? Like exactly like the specifics of it. Like it's hard to be like you're a cheater when I know.
Right.
That junk kind of ain't have shit to do with it. But you can't convince a room of people that, you know what I mean? I know that you can't convince. You know what I mean? Like he really didn't cheat technically. You know what I mean? But if he was here if he was fighting Speedy, he would have cheated. You know what I mean? But he didn't cheat because he was fighting Chris in the UK. You know what I mean? And then he gonna come over here and fight. They gonna be like, oh, they let him fight. He just got right. But it was a secondary VADA test he failed. Not an unofficial. Let me say that, right? The unofficial, because you can call it secondary, right? Voluntary, unofficial. All will be true, right? It was an unofficial VADA test he failed. He passed his official test. He failed the unofficial VADA test. So he not even suspended in America because it was unofficial. It wasn't official. Officially, he didn't cheat. They said, boy, there really was his get right, John. You got to get right. You know what I mean? You got to get right type shit for us.
Right.
He never failed in UCAD, but because we said, hey, bro, you got to get right, and it blew up so big, I was talking about it. Dude was talking about it. Five was talking about it. Fuck it. Said Nate was talking about it. Motherfucking Blue was talking about it. Motherfucking Fernando was talking about it. Motherfucking Trey was talking about it. Motherfucking everybody was talking about it. Motherfucking Ego was talking about it. You know what I mean? Everybody in a amendment. You know what I mean? Every hardcore fan everywhere. I didn't need it. Was quick, bro. It was quick. It was quick, bro. And it was for days, nigga. It was for days.
Yeah.
Multiple days. You know what I mean? And the backlash just was, I think, was too much. And they panicked. They was like, no, we can't do this. And Ed Herndon Bean was like, and it sounded crazy. I was like, "What you doing? Ain't no reason." And it on and when it first hit, it do sound crazy, but
Yeah.
I think, man, in the end, I think he got a leg to stand on. He do, and if he win this case against them, it's gonna be real interesting. Like if he get his 3.5 million, right, and his license back and shit, then
That'd be wild.
Did he cheat? He's an AJ was legally allowed to be on PEDs, testosterone use exemption. My boy DOG. I did an EP on this nigga. On that, AJ testosterone use exemption like a year and a half ago. This boy knows shit. Yeah, advantage. I look. So just to put some context around that right there, AJ used the TUEs. I call it Tuesday because it's funny. He used the TUEs, testosterone use exemptions. He used that in the UK. Testosterone use exemption. Self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
He can use that in the UK. When he fought Andrew Ruiz, because it's illegal over here, right? He couldn't use it. When he fight over here, he can't use it. Which is why most of his fights are over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why all that shit had to happen to Deontay Wilder for Tyson Fury over here. Because a lot of shit that he do over there, he can't do over there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Learn behavior over there.
Testosterone use exemption. Self-explanatory. He couldn't use it against Andy, but he used it in the other fight. That's what he talking about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's legal over there. AJ never popped dirty, right? Because he could use that stuff. What he using, he could use it over there. He got a use exemption to use that extra testosterone. You know what I mean? That's why AJ had that meltdown. It wasn't because you was bigger, it wasn't because you was stronger, because he know he using that shit and he still lost.
Uh-huh. Meltdown at the end. Yeah.
It's different, like it's different rules. It's just like city to city, man. It's different rules. Some of y'all can smoke legally. I can't. Duke can smoke legally. I can't. I know it look like I can, but I can't. Nobody give a fuck about it. We true enough, but it ain't legal. True enough. If a nigga decide to take me to jail for a piece, he can. They're not. They gonna be like, bro, throw that shit away, bro. Throw it away. They gonna let you go. If it's more than enough, they gonna be like, bro, give me this shit, bro. All right, go. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that don't really give a like that. But it's still illegal though. It's gonna be on the officer the most thing. It'll be on him how he feeling. But Duke could do that shit. That wouldn't say a motherfucking thing to him. Nothing.
Right. No.
Nothing. You know what I mean?
Nope. Roll up in front of him, walk past him, smoking, sit there and smoke.
You know what I mean? He might actually hit that motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
Where he was at, it shouldn't have mattered the way it did, right? Where Conor Benn was at. It shouldn't have mattered the way it did. Over here, yeah, we go look at it a certain way because we ain't going for it. Because we know we got some bad motherfuckers over here. These bad motherfuckers over here start taking steroids. It's gonna be some dead motherfuckers out here. You know what I mean? That's why we look at it that way. Imagine Boots on steroids, Tank on steroids, Earl on steroids, Wilder on steroids,
That's what I'm saying.
Neil on steroids, Shakur on steroids, Devin Haney on steroids would be unbeatable. Imagine these people on motherfucking steroids, bro. It'd be ugly out here. It'd be ugly. It'd a cool boy step. Imagine that little dude on steroids.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool boy with knockout power. It'd be ugly out here. It would not be pretty. It would not
all
be
cheat codes and shit.
It would not be none of that. Even little Scrappy Ramirez, because he's an American fighter, right? Imagine that little nigga on fucking steroid. He be knocking people shit out anyway. Little Scrappy. Imagine him on steroids. But them little dudes, bro. He knocked niggas out the ring the same year. Lee Wood knocked Conan out the ring. Scrappy knocked nigga out the ring the same year earlier in the little lower level. It was a top rank fight, but he was like third fight on the card. You know what I mean? Like on the 8th fight card. Type deal. John took it for him the same card. But Scrappy not getting that correct. Imagine that little dude on steroids. Imagine what's the boy top rank got? All the brothers, the youngest one then, what's his name?
The Mason brothers.
Mason. Imagine the dude Mason, the younger Abdullah on goddamn steroids. Come on, man. It'd be that's why we look at it that way. Right?
Right.
We ain't especially we ain't feeling nobody from across the pond come over here and get the ups on us. You gonna have to either stop doing that shit for a certain amount of time, then come over here. You know what I mean? And I think that probably what Conor Benn was gonna do. Fight Eubank and then be like, yeah, I'm ready to take on the world. Let that shit, you know what I mean? And then come on here type deal. But I think if Chris Eubank them asked for their VADA, that was smart. I tell you that. If they asked for VADA because they knew that shit was gonna come out. They knew that shit was gonna come out. I really do think Chris Eubank Sr. had something to do with it. I really do think he dropped it down.
Eubank Sr. pulled some strings.
It was who? I think it was UK Mailbag. They
shit, my bad.
It was UK Mailbag. They dropped the news that he was taking steroids, that he failed the judge. So somebody told them that shit ASAP. I think it was Senior, man. But I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too. I'm gonna be back for the you know what I mean, the fights. I think the prelim to Jake Paul judge, you know what I mean, started in a minute. But Hidden Highway 17, it's in the past, it's in the future, but it's the present, it's in the record. And I'm out. So. Bro, I know I do think live and shit. Y'all do gotta take care of. I'm gonna live, I'm gonna be chilling.